This is a ridiculously small 65-watt dual port charger. Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and as usual, I'm trying to figure out how to charge everything. I even have new devices, and still there's that endless drumbeat of charge your devices, get that energy into those batteries. And I don't like carrying lots of chargers. What I like is a really small charger with a whole lot of power output. And that's what this is. This is the Scosche PD65. It's a 65-watt dual USB-C wall charger. And you can see the prongs flip out, and it has the dual USB-C on the bottom. And that's really everything. So it's super easy to work with. Now, they use power sharing technology, so you can charge multiple devices, and each device should get the maximum up to a total of 65 watts, because that's how the math works. So plug in two MacBooks and you're not going to get a magic 120 watts. You're going to get 65 watts divided by 2. So what they say is that you can get 65 and 0, 45 and 20, or 57.5 and 7.5. So now where's the 20 and 7.5? Those are common wattage inputs from mobile devices. So we're going to do some tests. I have an iPhone 15 Pro and a Google Pixel 8a, and we're going to plug them in along with my MacBook and see how this balances charge. Now, I should say this is gallium nitride, which is why it's so ridiculously small. Every so often I come across someone that has like an old PC laptop and they have literally a brick on their power cord, and it's just like, oh my gosh, your company needs to catch up. This technology is so much better. It runs cooler. It gives you much smaller form factor. This does have current and temperature safety mechanisms, so it's not gonna cause your device to get too hot or anything like that. So here's how I want to test it. I'm going to plug it into my convenient 110 volt, and then we're going to plug this in to my MacBook Pro. Now, one of the cool things that Macs have is they actually show you how much wattage they have. So we need to get over to the system information. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just turn on screen recording so you can see what I'm seeing. So we're in system information, and there's a ton of information in this app. And this is so helpful that you can really understand what's going on with your computer. But we're going to go to power, and then I'm going to scroll down a little ways, and we're going to see, where are we? AC charger. So you see this AC charger information, wattage 65 watts. So this is delivering 65 watts, the full charge, to my computer. Now, super important is that this cable I'm using is rated for higher than 60 watts. A lot of the default charging cables max out at 60 watts and won't take more power. So if you set it up like this and you see 60 watts, you need a better cable. Or you just, cope with 5 watts less. But what I'm really curious about is what will happen when I plug in another device. So let's go ahead. I'm going to plug in this cable. And then let's start with the iPhone. And this is, like I said, an iPhone 15 Pro. And this is going to go down. So there's a way we can refresh information. And now, can you see what's happened here? Is now my computer's getting 45 watts. So it has rerouted 20 watts of power to the mobile device. And my phone is very happy to get that. That's 4x the old school 5-watt phone chargers, which means my phone's going to charge way the heck faster. If I unplug the Mac, the phone won't get more wattage because it can't handle it, and these devices negotiate power. That's something called power sharing and power delivery. There's all these technologies to make this stuff smarter than you realize, which is really cool. So that's where we are with the iPhone. Now, what if I unplug that? And let's plug in this Pixel 8a. This is a Google Android phone. It's a great little phone. So we're going to leave that there. And now I'm going to refresh again, and let's see if the Pixel can take as much power. And it looks like, yes, it's also happy to get 20 watts from this device. So this is working out great. So one more question, and I'm going to actually just go ahead and just turn off this recording. I'm going to unplug my computer and we'll plug in both phones. Now, there's no way on either phone to see what kind of wattage I'm getting, but this one's charging and the Android phone is charging, and as you can see on the bottom, it says charging rapidly. So it's getting they're both actually getting the maximum wattage. Now this is making this job pretty easy for this guy because it's only putting out 40 watts of its theoretical maximum of 65. So there's a lot to like here, and importantly, all of this happens behind the scenes. You plug in one device, you plug in two devices, you plug in different kinds of devices. Everything just works. That's exactly what you want. You don't want your phone to be getting 65 watts, that's too much, but you don't want your computer to be getting 20 watts or 7.5 watts because then it'll never charge. So the fact that this just negotiates all of this elegantly and simply, absolutely a win. This is exactly what you want. So this is the Scosche PD65. It is a solid option, and honestly, look how small that is. That is 3.5 by 1.1 inches approximately, and it's just ridiculously small. And it's light, 3.2 ounces. Replace your current charger with this, and not only do you get that second port, which is super helpful, but it's just a really smart power charger, which will give you maximum recharge speed on everything. What else can you ask for, right? So we do need to talk about price. Before we get there, I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Click or tap on that subscribe button, hit the bell icon for notifications, please. And if this was of value, I always appreciate a thumbs up. Awesome. This is the Scosche PD65. Let me go ahead and open the back prongs. It's a PD65 65 watt dual port USB-C wall charger, and it's $54.99, currently discounted down to $39.99 at Amazon.com. This was going to become my default charger in my computer bag because it does exactly what I want on all of my different devices. And if I need to charge multiple things simultaneously, I have the cables and now I have the charger. That's everything I got. Hope to catch you in my next video.